Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm Robin Phoenix and today we're going to continue on some more Ace Attorney Investigations collection. Yep, today we'll be finishing the Captive Turnabout. Let's begin. Here we are again. Let's hope we find something this time that'll finally reveal the truth behind it all. Although, that might be easier said than done. There's nothing left to investigate. Judge Cavell's deduction yesterday. There's another possibility, one you have seemed to have overlooked. The well in the yard. Could the body not be entered the tunnel from there? In summary, the body must have been thrown down the well and moved to the workshop. At some point during the show. Tell me, who else could have done it but Mr. Saint? Had Knight's body really been thrown down the well? The answer to that question will surely show us the way forward. But before we begin, I should tidy up my organizing a little. Mr. Red will rule, there's invading evidence to be rearranged. Let's see here. Huh? There's a cover on it. A dried out well, a slap bang in the middle of a prison? Figures it'll be locked. Well, luckily, I'm a master lockpicker. Want me to do my stuff? I think not. We'll do this investigation by the book. Come on, don't be such a stick in the mud. Whoa! What is it, Kay? The lock's broken, and from the looks of it, it's been broken for a long time. If that's the case, then anyone could have thrown Knight's body down the well. Judge Cavell's theory was that Mr. Saint carried out the murder here at the yard. And then during the performance, he threw the body down the well. What are you thinking, Malzerano? Plausible or no? Oh, why don't we see if Missile can help us out again? He'll be able to tell us if Mr. Knight's body was here and which way it went. Good idea. I'll call Detective Gumshoe. Gumshoe speaking. Detective, I need your assistance. Come to the prison yard and bring Missile with you. You bet, sir. Weapons on the rescue again? I'm fairly sure Missile belongs to the precinct. I'd also like you to bring one of our witnesses. Call the Berry Bake Circus and ask Miss Regina Berry to come down here with you. Yes, sir. I'll be there before you know it. So, what shall we do while we're waiting for Gummy? How about a quick game of hide and go seek? Fine idea, kiddo, but where exactly would we hide? You're not seriously considering it. Your game will wait, Kay. We need to call on one of your more practical skills. I think you know the one. You bet I do! One currency recreation coming right up. Say what now? Let me show you. Introducing the Great Thief's Great Secret Weapon, Little Thief. Whoa, screens appear in thin air? This is some next level text, little sis. Wanna talk me to the deets? What are you doing now? I'm inputting everything we need for the simulation. Allow me to explain. This is Mr. Thief. It's a device that can recreate crime scenes in specific moments in time based on the data you feed it. How about I start us off with a recreation of what the yard looked like yesterday? Good idea. That was when they put the middle of the tearing down the stage. We didn't pay much attention to the well then. Who knows? Maybe I've overlooked something. Leave it to me. I'll use the photo I took. Beepity boop. Beepity beep boop beep. That's all the data. Let's just gotta pump the projection power to the max and... Dark skies of evening where no other bird dares take the wing. One alone remains all-seeing. Now, witness the true power of the real modern-day Robin Hood. Yipes! What is this? It's a recreation of how things were yesterday, modeled on the day that I gave Little Thief. This gadget was a tool used by the original Yatagarasu, but they used it to plan robberies. Well, there's no harm in using it for something on the right side of the law now. Oh, but keep in mind, it can only recreate what you tell it to. It can't simulate things it doesn't have data for, and if the data itself contains mistakes, then you'll wind up with those same mistakes in the recreation too. But this particular recreation is based on case photos, so we shouldn't run into any problems. That's enough per model. Shall we get started? Alright, investigating. Don't forget, you can examine stuff in the recreation just like in real life. You can also present evidence to try to clear up any inconsistencies you find. Of course, thank you for the reminder. Now, let's take a look at that well. We should examine this area carefully. It may just hold a clue we need. The wall was behind the stage, which means there aren't many people who could have thrown Knight's body down it during the show. This is looking worse and worse for Mr. Saint. It's a metal wafer of some kind. It looks like it weighs... The projection makes it a little tricky to read. Do you remember how heavy it was, Kay? Sure, it was 30 pounds. Why does anyone need such a heavy weight for anyways? It doesn't seem related to the circus show at any rate. That's a sturdy looking hemp rope lying on the ground. Kinda reminds me of the rope we used to play in tug of war in school. The answer is no, Kay. What? I didn't even say anything! Yet! I see it also has a metal stake attached to one end. Oh yeah, it looks like something you used to put up a tent. But there was no tent, was there? In which case, what was it used for? What is a bunch of pulleys doing here? They don't seem to be well pulled in these relation buckets. So, what do you think all this stuff around the well was used for? I can't see any animals needing them for any part of the performance. Indeed, nothing immediately strikes me as a likely purpose. I'll have to ask Miss Berry later. What was the name of that trunk happy friend again? Eyes of the Ancient Elephants. Of course, how could I forget? Not exactly inspired though, is it? Was Miss Berry having an off day when she came up with it? Oh my gosh, Mr. Director, now in front of the poor elephant herself! I suspect that is all there is to find for now. Detective Gumshoe should be here soon too. Okay, can you power down Mr. Deep now? Sure thing, prepare to return to normality. Sorry, sir. I came as quick as I could. Ha! Speak of the devil! Ah, Detective, that was indeed impressively quick. You know me, sir. Never did like to keep you waiting. Thanks for coming all this way too, Regina. No problem. This seems way more fun than rehearsal, so I ditched him for a day. It's very much appreciated. Alright, Detective, let's get started with Missile. Yes, sir! Hey, Missile, over here, boy! What's the matter? Come on, boy. Come on. What's wrong with him? Looks like he's scared of something, sir. Eeh! alligator! Guess he's not a fan, sir. Well, I doubt he'll be much use to help to us like this. Any other bright ideas, Monsterano? Yes, actually. Miss Berry, would you mind lending us a hand? Oh, I'd love to. Just tell me what you need. Do you want me to teach Allie some tricks? I don't doubt she could do it, but nothing quite like that. It's simply like an account of what the yard looked like during the show. I like where this is going. You're thinking of using Little Thief again, am I right? You'd be so kind. Okay, I'm plugging all the data. Firing up the simulation. Here you go. This is what the yard looked like during the show. The time at which the body was proposed to have been thrown down the well. Oh wow, this is so amazing. It's like magic. No magic here, just sweet, sweet data. Which is why... The area behind the stage is missing. Yeah, Regina said she wasn't involved in getting the stage set up. So we don't have any data on what is it like back there. No data, no simulation, huh? Brutal. I'm so sorry, you guys. It's all because I let Simeon do everything by himself. Oh, no. It's all a filthy associate's fault. Objection, Fender. Anyway, we got a fresh simulation now, so we got the other data too. I can switch back whatever you want to the recreation and then taking down the stage. So we can examine the stage both during and after the show, and switch between the two of them at will. I can switch the recreation by using triangle to talk with Kay. Now then, let's continue our investigation, shall we? Don't say a word, sir. I know what you should be looking for. It's written all over your face. It is? Missiles may be temporarily out of action, but my fishing rod is good to go whenever you need it. Oh, and if you want to give the metal detector a shot, I have that too. I've never seen him so excited. I'll be sure to let you know if I need either of them, detective. A story of forbidden love between a tiger and an elephant. Wish I could have seen it. Wish I could have seen Simeon up there on the stage too. Oh, he was wonderful. The way he flew off the stage. Ah, yes. Let's see. The victory is depicted in a very unique manner, whereby when the victim was sent flying from the stage. Having been ejected from the stage in this manner, the villain no longer appears in the performance. And you're saying the crime took place during that time? Roughly how long did you say Mr. Saint was off stage for, Miss Berry? Let's see, I guess it's around 15 minutes? Just as Jessica Bell said. Is it pretty hairy health and safety-wise having the elephant fling a guy off the stage? Not at all, Ass is very gentle. I'm not sure it changes much as she flings him gently or roughly. Too gentle, in fact. When we first started rehearsing it, she barely nudged him. But by the end, he was flying off the stage. Not because of Asa, though. Simeon had figured out some kind of trick, apparently. Isn't it amazing? A trick? Do you have any idea what kind of trick? Who, me? Oh no, it was Simeon's big thing. I wouldn't know where to start. The basket was empty on the other recreation. Oh yeah, but it was definitely empty in the photo I took too. Oops, sorry, I made a mistake when I was filling you in earlier. Oh? That basket's for holding Asa's food, but on the morning of the show, all the apples that were in it had vanished. Oof. I totally forgot to mention it. Sorry. Disappearing apple. I should make a note of this. Alright, it's time to collect some logic. The trick Mr. Saint performed in his big scene. Could it have been something to do with all the items we found out by the well? Okay, I'd like to have another look at the equipment around the well from yesterday. Can you have Mr. Thief bring out the recreation for when they were tearing down the stage? You got it! Taking another look at these items. Could they have not been used for this trick of Mr. Saint? Sounds plausible enough. Hey, I could maybe add it to the simulation. good idea. Please go and ask Mr. Saint for the details. Roger that, I'll be right back. I'm back, and he told me exactly how he did it. Excellent. Well, how does it work? He said he used a pulley on the top of the well to suspend a heavy weight from the rope, and lowered it down into the well. The other end of the rope went through 2 more pulleys, and was tied around his body. I see, so he used a downward pull of the weight to help him launch himself into the air. But how did he make sure the weight only dropped when he wanted it to? He used a stick to stop it, that's how! Miss Berry didn't seem to know anything about the trick or the contraption he built for it. In which case, I suppose it must have been Mr. Saint himself who pulled out the stake. That's right, and to do that he used a second length of rope. He tied it to the stick, and then when he gave it a sharp tug, the stake was released and the weight dropped down the well. It's a great trick, I have to steal it! This one has to go to the Great D's repertoire. It may not be quite that easy. These kind of circus tricks can require years of practice to master. Simply stealing the idea won't be enough. Alright, practice it is then. Well, before you run away to do so, would you mind updating the simulation? Alright, then we can see how it all works for ourselves. Okay, I'm switching back to the recreation of the performance. And now to that in the data, Little D should be able to reproduce the trick now. So this is how Mr. Saint performed his trick. This is full of surprises, huh? I mean, dropping a weight down the well to help him fly off the stage like that? That's genius! Indeed, but I imagine he would have needed quite a lot of weight. More than him, at the very least. It would have been taking some serious pull to lift him in the air like that. Yeah, probably how to practice. Wait, doesn't it seem odd to you? No. You haven't noticed, Detective? There's something strange about the weight we found. The one weighs on his own wouldn't be heavy enough. A simple 30-pound weight could have lifted Mr. Saint off the ground. Oh yeah! In which case, could there perhaps be some weights missing? Sounds like a job for my 7th secret weapon, sir. Should I need to use him arrive? I suppose I should speak to him then. Detective, I have need one to use your secret weapon. Roger that! The metal detector, if you would be so kind. Aw, jeez, I'm never gonna get used to my fishing rod. Okay, before we get started, let me bring you into how the metal detector works. It's simple enough. It uses this sound. And this gauge. To tell you how close you are with something made of metal. The closer you get, the more strongly it will react. When it starts going wild like this, just give me an order to examine the spot where I'm standing. Say, what do we have here? Oh, the fence. Anyway, that's how it works. You tell me where you want me to look, sir, and I'll get right on it. Ooh, get to temporarily play as Gumshoe, that's pretty nice. We're close, sir, there's something metallic nearby. Sir, I'm picking up something over here. Let's take a little look-see. Huh? Found these little guys in the grass. They're the same as the weight we found by the well. They must be from Mr. Saint's trick. Did someone hide these here on purpose? I count 4 altogether, sir. They would be more than heavy enough to send him flying. But somebody hid several of these same weights as the ones by the well. But why? Why over here? Yes, nice work, me. Yeah! Alligator! That thing nearly gave me a heart attack. Huh? What's the matter, Detective? It's the metal detector, sir. It's, reacting to this alligator. What? How? You sure it's not responding to the weights we just found? No, sir. I'm sure this is something different. And I'm sure it's coming from the alligator. And she's gone. Ha! We scared that big snapper good. I don't think that's it, Kay. Huh? Then what is it? Allie hasn't been herself lately. That's the name. Allie, the warden's favorite pet. She wouldn't even look at the food warden the guard brought her yesterday. She was acting as if, I don't know, as if maybe she had eaten something that didn't agree with her? Maybe the metal detector was responding to whatever she ate, sir. Oh no, what if she ate one of those weights? I highly doubt that even an alligator would swallow a 30-pound lump of iron. So what did the metal detector actually pick up? And why would someone hide those weights? Perhaps I missed something when I looked at the equipment by the well. Okay, would you recreate the scene again? Coming right up. I must scour this scene and expect anything that catches my attention. This piece of evidence really contradicts the type of crime. I'm gonna use some business here, Mr. Edgeworth. Gotta say, I don't get it either. Well, if you look here... that's the wrong one. Think about the two recreations, the one during the performance and the one we're looking at right now. There's a major difference between the two, namely that one of the ropes is missing. Oh yeah, Mr. St. Straight wouldn't work with one of the items we see before us. So what happened? Where did the missing rope go? I think one of the pieces of evidence we collected might tell us exactly that. Really? That shows us where the missing rope went.
Take that!
This rope was found beside Knight's body. Wait, you mean... Yes, it must have been the other rope used in Mr. Saint's trick. So you're saying... Yes, that this rope did indeed had a weight attached to it. But it wasn't any of the iron weights we found. Those were hidden in the bushes and replaced with something else. What was it, Mr. Edgeworth? Come on, I'm dying here. Think about what the rope we found in the workshop was related to. Do that and you'll soon figure out the answer. The weight dropped down the well in the place of the iron weights was...
Take that!
It can only have been Knight's body that was dropped down the well. What? Mr. Knight's body was the weight? Yes, somebody first swapped out the weight used for Mr. Saint's tricks. Then Mr. Saint used the contraption to make its exit from the stage. When he let the rope around his body loose, both the rope and Knight's body fell to the bottom of the well. That rope was never used to restrain Knight. It was used to suspend his body halfway down the well. From this, we can easily see why most of the weights were hidden. So is that no one would realize they would replace the body? Precisely. You can then further deduct that they were hidden by the killer. Whoa there, gang. Wasn't poor old Blanco stabbed in the neck? Wouldn't there be blood everywhere, including down the well? Oh, the killer thought of that, which is why they used this. What did the killer use to stop Knight's blood from going everywhere?
Take that!
This tart was found with the body. I think it's likely that Knight's corpse was wrapped in it. Oh, another piece of the puzzle falls into place. It's all coming together now. Love it. But we're all doing is provided the body did go down the well, which means we're helping to prove that Simeon was the killer. No, not quite. But what about Jessica Bell said yesterday? But if Mr. Singh truly is the killer, why would he need to go such lengths to commit this crime? It's true. Knight's body fell down the well when Mr. Singh used contraction during the show. Therefore, it reveals nothing about where the real killer actually was or what they're doing at the time. It's only designed to throw suspicion onto those who are not in the show. Yeah, I guess we suspect Mr. Cannon right away, but that was a killer's goal, to make us think that the crime took place during the show. In other words, they used the well contraction to construct an alibi. Miss Berry, when exactly did Mr. Singh put his contraction together? It would have been the day before the show. The night before, actually. Yes, we're started getting ready to the show around 9 p.m. And I think we finished around midnight? In which case the killer must have switched the weights out for the body after the point. Did Canis know anything about this contraption? Even if he did, he wouldn't have been able to do it with it. And I highly doubt that he taught his doctor to suspend bodies halfway down wells. Which means, Canis isn't the killer. The apples in the basket were likely eaten by Asa. Really? That's strange. Maybe I should have put the card where her trunk wouldn't reach them. Are you sure about that? Oh yes, she was still full of apples the night before the show. Then we must consider the possibility that the cart was moved to somewhere within Asa's reach. A large basket full of apples could have moved by the wind, which likely means somebody moved it for a reason. So before the show had even started, the cart has been moved and the apples eaten. Yes, it seems to be the most plausible timeline. Let's update the recreation, Kay. Will do. I'll add that to the simulation of the performance then. Let's just change that to the recreation first. Updating based on what Regina told us now. There, all done. The basket was moved the night before the circus performance, and we deduced that the weights were switched out to the body hours around the same time. Hard to chalk up the coincidence, huh? The next question we should be asking is, why was the cart moved? I think we can hazard a guess. The cart would have been blocking that door, which can only mean that somebody needed to open it. Now, let's see what's... Oh, great. It's locked. Let me ask the guard for help. Hey, Mr. Guard! Yes, miss? What can I do for you? That was fast. Guard, where is the key to this door? Oh, the warden keeps hold of that. I'll go ask her for it. Warden, the guard is the only one with the key? Meaning, if somebody did open the door, they would have to get it from her somehow. Thanks for the help! Look at all these breakers. It must control the electricity of the whole prison. So we're thinking that somebody got in here the night before the show, right? But why? What were they trying to do? Well, I doubt they came here for a mistake thinking that it was a break room. They must have come to tamper with the switches. Did they turn off the power to something? Come to think of it, wasn't there something that was lost power? What might have lost power during time the breaker has been switched?
Take that!
There was a 3-hour gap in the security camera footage. Oh yeah, there was! Did somebody put the breaker it was connected to? It seems very likely. Do you think it was the killer? It's true that shutting off the cameras wouldn't make things easier for them. It would! Which means the killer would have been someone who had access to the breakers. And it seems only one person has the key. It couldn't be, could it? Alright, little thief, your work here is done. First on the scene, the hurly-bird wins the worm. Good morning, Mr. Winner. What? You? How'd you get here before me? Good morning, Mr. Edgeworth. I see you made an early start. And I see you made a late one, Judge Cabell. This is not my only case. I am a very busy woman. Not all of us enjoy the freedom of a prosecutor relieving his own current responsibility. Oh, I do apologize. I meant, of course, an associate attorney. Associate, more like Astine. We'll see about that. Eustace, let us begin the investigation of the yard. Okay, I'll go get some officers to help.
Hold it!
That won't be necessary. Why not? We already finished investigating the yard, and won quite a prize in the process. Won? But I'm supposed to be the winner! Your Honor. I'd like to revisit your theory from yesterday, in order to thoroughly disprove it. I would caution you to choose your words carefully, Mr. Edgeworth. As I am sure you remember, your badge is in my hands. How could I forget? You told me several dozen times already. Perhaps you care to try a different threat? You have been warned repeatedly, yes, but each time my words seem to have fallen in deaf ears. Allow me to make this crystal clear. The committee cannot and will not tolerate insubordination.
Objection!
The faith of my badge and the whims of the committee are not of my concern to me now. The only thing that concerns me is proving Simeon Saints' innocence. Interesting, and spoken like a true defense attorney. In that case, I shall be equally uncompromising. In the name of the goddess of justice, I will strike you down with case without mercy. And when I am done, your career as a prosecutor will be over as well. I hope you do not come to regret this. Judge Cabell's theory. My theory remains the same as it was related to you yesterday. Mr. Caracasa did not see Mr. Knight's body when he passed through the tunnel. As such, the body could have been dropped down the well during the show. We both know the only one who could have dropped the body down there during the show is Mr. Saint. That's still your assertion, and you can prove it, of course? Of course you can! What do you think you're up against? What Houston means to say is we received a final autopsy report just ahead of our arrival. She really is a very busy woman, busy looking after baby Winner. The victim appears to have died the night before the body was discovered. In other words, the night before the show. The cause of death is stated. It seems the wound is 4 inches deep. Simeon said was off stage for a period of 15 minutes. That was plenty of time for him to throw the victim's body down the well. Judge Cabell hasn't investigated the yard yet, which means... I fear there may be something of the flaw in your theory, Your Honor. You seem very confident of that. But you do have any evidence to prove it? Yes, I think I just might. Sorry, Your Honor, but there's something else you're going to take into account. The well in the yard was rigged up in a creator's turn unique contraption. A contraption? Go on. You will recall that Mr. Singh was sent flying from the stage by an elephant. I do, just before he was to be absent for some time. He was only able to fly through the air thanks to the weighted rope he tied around himself. Dropping the weighted end down the well allowed him to complete the trick. Wait, wouldn't I have sent him flying as soon as he set foot on the stage? It's simple, really. He kept the weight from falling by using the stake to keep the rope in place. With the second rope, he was able to pull the stake free, thereby controlling when the weight was dropped. We have found evidence to suggest that the original weight was replaced with Knight's body. This was done by a real killer in order to create an alibi. The estimated time of death tells us that the murder took place early in the morning. The killer could have tampered with the contraption in the time between the murder and the show.
Objection!
You're saying Mr. Singh himself set this contraption up, right? Well then, who do you think is the number one most likely person to use up to dispose of the body? Even you must see how this works.
Objection!
If Mr. Singh was the killer, he could have simply done as Jessica theorized without those extra steps. Miss Berry? Yes? Does anyone else know about Mr. Singh's trick works? Well, let's see. We had to get the prison's approval of what we were going to perform. So I don't think Sydney is the only one who knows. And there you have it.
Overruled!
Interesting. You have certainly been diligent in your investigation. And yet I fail to comprehend your actions still. Why do you not work to do what is right? Is what I'm doing wrong? If so, who is it that deems itself? How can you not grasp even that? How can you not see that you're doing wrong at this very moment? You are a prosecutor, yet you hate the defense. This flies in the face of common sense. You are breaking every rule in the book. I think only what is right and just, and act like I see fit in each situation I am confronted with. This is the path I've chosen, and whether you can comprehend that choice is immaterial. But if you mean to stand in my way, I will fight back with all I can to bring to bear. Perhaps the goddess of justice is testing me. Very well. It is her that we must fight. Then I shall end this once and for all. Listen well, Mr. Edgeworth, for there is another reason why only Mr. Singh can be the killer. If the body was moved from the yard to the workshop, then Mr. Knight must have been brought here to the yard from his cell. The only person who had opportunity to do it is Seeming Singh, and thus he remains the only possible suspect. Mr. Singh took the cage with him to Mr. Knight's cell. And why would he do that? Why take such an unwieldy object all the way to the holding cells? Yeah, it is pretty sus. Okay, come on. But we all met Mr. Singh. It is exactly the kind of thing he would do. It's entirely possible he took the cage with him out of absent-mindedness and nothing else. It may be impossible, but is it not more and less possible for him having helped Mr. Knight to escape? I need some real solid evidence if I'm going to get her to budge. Mr. Singh is far from the only one who had the opportunity. What opportunity are we talking about again? We previously established that the time called security footage was blocked by 3 hours. And from this, we get to do that there has been a power outage lasting that length of time, during which anyone could have moved around the prison undetected. Do you mean to say that our killer intentionally created this 3-hour gap? That there was no simple camera malfunction? Is that even possible? It is completely possible to create a 3-hour gap using this.
Take that!
Our investigation of the yard turned up and done something rather interesting. A panel of breakers, one which can be used to cut the power to the security cameras. We also learned that the door of the power room may have only been open around the time of the murder. What? Such a shame to see one so capable fall short of the mark. Mr. Edgeworth knows what he's doing. He has explained the lock on the power room door. Oh yeah, it was kind of locked up tight. But the warden's the only one with the key. Those breakers are vital to the prison's infrastructure. So I very much doubt that anyone would have gained access to the power room key so easily.
Objection!
No, but one person could have. I beg your pardon? That person, the killer, have easy access to it, in fact. And once more, their position here is such that nobody would dare question
Objection!
them. What? There's no one like that! The breakers of the electric fence is in there! They could have questioned in the incident! There's only one person who meets those criteria. I can hardly believe it myself, but I have to follow with my logic leads. The person who had access to the power room key was...
Take that!
The real culprit is... Warden Lagarde. Oh, just look at you. Aren't you the cutest little poochie woo? He's not just a pretty face, this will also acquire nose for sweet things. It's easy smelling something very sweet indeed, and it's coming from you. Oh, darling, you're making me blush. I'm not even wearing perfume. Then perhaps it is a sweet sense of death. You're a regular poet, are you? Yeah, I had no idea. But if I didn't know better, I almost think you were calling Moy the killer. That is precisely what I'm calling you. What? Warden Lagarde is the killer? Mr. Edgeworth, do you realize what you're saying? Oh, such a naughty boy. How can he suspect me? I'm the one in charge around here. It's like we're on a murder mystery, are we? And equally far-fetched, this is preposterous.
Hold it!
Sadly, it is not, although I can hardly believe it myself. But this is where the evidence points, and we must trust in the evidence. This piece of evidence proves that Warden Lagarde is the killer.
Take that!
Your scent betrayed you, Warden. And here is your accuser. The police dog? We hadn't tracked the sweet scent that was lingering around Knight's body back when it was first found. He now appears to be smelling the same scent, and it's coming from you. Oh, darling, you're priceless. Really you are. Your evidence is a whiff of suspicion. Very dear. Do put him in his place. It seems Judge Cabell may have reached a similar conclusion to myself. You believe this is no mere coincidence, Mr. Edgeworth? I do. After all, she had the key, and the scent found lingering in the body of hers as well. Were just one or the other, we might be able to brush it off as coincidence. However... Indeed. Then it seems the conclusion approaches. Perhaps we should hear what the warden has to say for herself. We should, and when we have, this case will finally be at an end. You're all being simply awful. Stop looking at me like that. Me, a killer? How could I possibly do such a thing? Verity told me everything she knows about the case, sweetie. The victim died in his cell. Well, by your logic, I would have killed him there. But how could I simply have moved the body, especially if I never went to the prison? I was too busy with work, you see. I was cooped up in my office until right before the show began. Check it if you like. You won't find a record anywhere having me enter prison proper. I have the first idea what harebrained theories you little scams have cooked up, but I'm innocent. There's simply no way I could be the killer. Give me a break. This one doesn't lie. Don't make it hard on everyone. Just come clean. Oh dear, I'm afraid you're the one making things difficult. As I said, I never went to the prison. If you think I'm lying, go and check the records. She clearly wants us to check those records, which means they won't help us. We'll just have to find another way of getting the truth out of her. Please, Mr. Edgeworth, stop being a big silly. You've made a boo-boo and you know it. Sure, maybe he didn't go through the main entrance to the prison, but what if he took another route? Oh, come on, sweetie. Surely you don't mean that awful, filthy tunnel they discovered. Well, until yesterday I had no idea it even existed. No, you had another way in. I'm certain of it. A route that didn't require going through the main entrance or the tunnel. The route you took went through this location.
Take that!
Through the fence? Warden, you took Knight from his cell and brought him to your office, which you just happened to be connected to the yard. If you had a way through the fence, then you would have been able to circumvent both the entrance and the tunnel. A gold star for creativity, darling. How would I have gone through the fence? An extremely high fence, topped with razor wire, with thousands of volts of electricity going through it. Yeah, how is she supposed to get through that? Gone through that, The fence electricity supply can be caught up from the power room, and only you had the key, Warden. No one but you could have done it. Utterly ridiculous. The power room is on the prison side of the yard. Warden Lagarde was on the detention center side. How could she even reach the power room? Exactly, Verity, darling. Most clever puss, you dug yourself a real hole now. Yeah, if there's no record of Warden Lagarde having entered the prison proper, then the idea she has shut off the fence by using the breaker is out of the question. There must be some way she could have done it. Take a deep breath, big guy. Lose your cool and you lost everything. But if I don't find a solution, she might as well wiggle out of this. Hey, I said take a deep breath, not freak out and completely use your cool. There's nothing to be gained by banging your head against the same wall, yeah? No matter how you look at it, Warden Lagarde could have done it alone. Mr. Edgeworth, if you cannot find out... You aren't doing yourself any favors by constructing justice with your silence. That was a reflexive objection. But now that I yell it, if I don't come up with an answer, it's all over. I have one more thing to add, if you permit me. Something that explains how the warden could have shut off the breaker from the wrong side of the fence? Yes, because it's not as possible as it seems. What enabled her to shut off the breaker? She couldn't have done it alone, but what if she wasn't alone? Oh, now we're talking. Way to flex your own gray matter, kiddo. I believe that Warden Lagarde had an accomplice. Enough. You disappoint me, Mr. Edgeworth. What do you mean? Mr. Edgeworth said nothing wrong. The inmates of this prison are all issued with security bracelets. And once they raise the alarm and people go where not supposed to. Ah! I see you're realizing the error. And we are, of course, within the prison ground. Where not only the bracelets worn, but even the guards surveil each other with signs of wrongdoing. And despite all that, no one noticed Mr. Carcasso's escape? The only ones who are free to roam are the animals. And they most certainly could not have operated the breaker. No, but our accomplice must be human. Then who did it, given it cannot be the prisoner or the guard? I wouldn't be so quick to rule out, Your Honor. The fact is, there is one person, someone whose movements were restricted. And I have just the evidence to show you who that free roaming person is.
Take that!
This is one of your prisoner's bracelets. Indeed, a broken bracelet belongs to a certain self-proclaimed model prisoner. What do you mean? And who is this prisoner? Frank saw it. Warden Lagarde's favorite inmate. It's strange, isn't it, Warden? That he was able to keep his broken bracelet hidden and wander freely around the prison all the while? That is pretty funky, I don't mean it in a good way. It couldn't be in the case he was permitted some sort of special leeway, could it? Although you are in the habit of giving such leeway to certain others, Bogihan and Karens, for example. Mr. Edgeworth, that is pure speculation. In that case, why don't we ask Mr. Solid himself? I'm confident he will confirm to us that he and Warden Lagarde were accomplices in this crime. If the two of them have worked together, a certain route into the prison becomes plausible. A real route in which Knight was moved from his cell into the prison proper. Recall that there were two big obstacles in her path. First, the security camera outside Knight's cell. Second, the electrified fence in the yard. And she was able to remove both obstacles in one fell swoop by having Mr. Side cut up the corresponding breakers. Alright, Mr. Edgeworth, you had your fun. And, do you still deny Warden Lagarde? No, darling, you got me. I admit it. Warden? Tell me this isn't true. Sorry, Verity, honey. I'm afraid it is. Frankie helped me do it. No way! You did it, Mr. Edgeworth. You got her. Nice shooting, cowboy. She won't be wiggling out of this now. As Mr. Edgeworth said, I had Frankie switch out the breaker. But we didn't kill Knight, did we? No, sweetie, no we didn't. What? Warden, explain yourself. Oh, Verity, dear. I doubt your precious goddess will want to hear my excuses now. She is all merciful. You have but to confess and you shall be saved. Oh gosh, alright. I was being threatened. I had no choice but to do as he said. Who's he? Bodhihara Canis, that awful assassin. Canis? How long has it been since that awful man came here to my beautiful prison? I'll never forget the day he arrived. The moment we were alone, he said this to me. You should know I have other dogs. Dogs not confined to this fine intuition. Others? Yes, very loyal dogs. Dogs who would do anything I ask for them. Of course, he wasn't talking about real dogs. He was talking about his very human cronies. And then he said one last thing. I would recommend that you take care of how you treat me during my stay here. I wouldn't want to have to set my dogs on you, or your precious family. I had no choice. I gave him that cell. I gave him everything he asked for. Everything? Wait, is that how you come with a fixer? Yes, darling. I obey his every command and smuggle in for him all that he wanted. Eventually, I brought dear sweet Frankie to a little conspiracy. He agreed right away, of course, because I made things easier for him too. So you were smuggling in contraband? How exactly? Once a week, late at night, Frankie would shut off the breakers. That allowed me to go to my office and to the yard without being seen by the camera. Then I simply dropped the packages down the well on the prison's side and went back into the fence. Each one of them spited with a little of my perfume. So that's what the sweet smell was. Yes, it was a signal for Canis's dog. When he picked up the scent, he would fetch the packages and bring them back to his master. We had to make sure Rocco wasn't in cell at the time, of course. Can't have him easy keeping him from finding out. Oh, we really must creatures of habit here at the prison, darling. Everything runs to the schedule. Meals, exercise hour, that sort of thing. We know that he wasn't there. An adorable little bear of his freezes his flight inside of Canis's dog, poor thing. But there was no risk of him raising the alarm either. He had oversight over everything here in the prison, which makes her the perfect mule. With her on his side, Canis wouldn't fail. Frankie will sneak out again early in the morning, switch the breakers back on, and our work was done. Apart from fixing the time cuts on the cameras, which I will do later when I got the chance. He has shared a great detail, Warden. The goddess of justice will surely take your honesty into account. I've been the most dreadful fool, I know I have. I'm supposed to be the one in charge. The day of Knight's murder was also one of our delivery days. And so Frankie, bless his heart, did the usual work with the breakers. So there was no package for me to deliver that day, so I didn't go out to the yard. So that's the secret behind the fixer system, and why she was. The police have been trying to track down his accomplices for the longest time. Even I had landed in my hand myself, you know. Heaven knows how many times I whored the secretive scoundrel into my office to talk to me. But no matter what I say and how much evidence I present him with, he simply won't say a word. That's why you're interrogating Mr. Canis over and over. Exactly. I was trying to track down his horrible henchman of his. I broke everything the police had on a broken scoundrel. I watched his every move, interpreted every letter he wrote. His letters, and I suppose she must know about his correspondent chess games too. No matter what I did, I couldn't turn up any clues to who his underlings are. Living in fear like this, it's... Oh, you can't just comprehend it. As you had just heard when you saw Mr. Edgeworth. The words of Warden Lagarde's confession had cleansed her of all suspicion. Surely there's no need to hound her any longer. Has she really cleared all the suspicions though? Or is there more to uncover? I think the Goddess of Justice would agree. Do you mean to make her suffer even more than she already has? Unfortunately, her suffering under Mr. Canas does nothing to prove her innocence in Knight's murder. She admitted herself as she knew and even fabricated so-called fixer's delivery routes. I believe she used the same route to move Knight's body. And where's your evidence, Mr. Edgeworth? It's in the fact of the sweet smell in Knight's body. And it's the exact same scent Warden Lagarde used to signal her delivery. What do you make of that? Well, that's because we've done it so many times by now that the whole world probably smells of it. Some of it must have just rubbed it off his body. That does match the statement that Mr. Carl Costa provided. A smell. Yeah, always smell kinda nice down there. Nice? Gee, I don't know. Smells so sort of like dessert, I guess? His words were seen to suggest that the smell had permeated the well. Ah! You've been rendered speechless, I see. And I hereby move to adjourn this session of the court. No! What do we do, Mr. Edgeworth? What can I do? This is as far as we go? Finally! So we're actually done? Yes, Eustace. It seems we are. By the power vested in me, the court is adjourned. Who was that? Come on, Judge G. Things were just getting good. Fender, are you objecting to my adjourning this section? No. Would have shouted objection if I wanted to do that. You do you, G. Adjourn, don't adjourn, whatever floats your boat. What are you doing, Mr. Fender? Don't worry about what I'm doing. Let's all just take a chill pill, shall we? By which I mean a square of chocolatey goodness, anyone? Are you trying to get yourself charged with contempt of court? No, not bad. I just had a quick request to make, is all. A Singing Saint's lawyer, that is. Yes, I've forgotten that you were a real attorney, Mr. Fender. How could you? You're killing me here. Can you blame us? You've been making Mr. Edgeworth do everything this whole time. Right you are, which is why I figured it's time to put in some work. Work you say? Somehow I don't believe you work your day in your life. Then let's say this is me doing some prep work for this upcoming trial. Mind if I question the witness? Now? Amusing, but what is there left to ask? I got a feeling in my funny bone that the thief here has something more to tell us about the killer. Do I? Yes, indeed. See, as a major player of Team Simian, I spot a sympathizer when I see one. And you don't think he did it, did you? So tell us, who did? Come on, spill the beans. We're all ears. Mr. Edgeworth, what's he doing? He's trying to coax one in the garden to giving something away. Ask yourself, why would she go all the trouble of sending Knight's body in such an odd journey? It's because she wanted to frame Mr. Canas. She did? No way! If he was committing the murder here, that would be grounds of transfer to another prison. Most likely a more insecure facility. And where he'd be out of her hair forever, huh? Precisely. She saw her opportunity and seized it. No. Saint cannot not be the killer. Cannot be the killer. That's not fair. I was already prosecuting him. I know, right? But maybe we should find out who she thinks first. Don't want to get in the wrong guy, yeah? Nice. Now Mr. Winter has to play along with it too. Well, Warden, are you happy to testify further? Of course! How can I refute this silver-tongued devil? Eddykins, you're such a way with words! You're just doing my job, thief. Besides, one can't tell the truth without telling the whole truth, can one? I'm simply dying to tell it all, Verity, darling. Do say you'll let me. As you wish. Court is unadjourned. I can't believe you pulled that off, Mr. Offender. Oof, me either. Thank you for the timely intervention. Hey, it's the least I could do. Kay's not wrong. I've been leaning on you hard. And besides, the defense never rests. Am I right? Simeon's depending on us. Sadly, I think it's just about exhausted my reserves on a cool lawyer chat there. And we can't foul this up now. Which means you're up to bed, Miles with smiles. Show them the never rest spirit. Or shall. Fabulous! Now let's get started. I really don't think anyone could have done it but that dreadful man Camus. There's no telling what he went through between him and the victim. Perhaps he simply took a disliking to him. He's simply the type. But whatever the sword details, it was him. He stabbed that poor man to death. And then he had his dog dispose of the body. That simply has to be what happened. And the victim, Mr. Knight, yes? I did him the most terrible disservice. Yes, you killed him. I suppose you could put it that way. But if it weren't such a sorry excuse of a warning, this would never have happened. And that's why I have to clean up this terrible mess. Warden Regard, as ever, your honesty is truly is your credit. I am certain that Mr. Knight, looking down and weeping tears of gratitude. You clearly never met Mr. Knight. What more can you tell us about those sword details? Well, we did know that tennis once did for a living. I thought the killing part gave him much trouble. Especially the victim was already injured. His neck, I think, couldn't turn his head at his right, poor dear, and that's what they told me when they brought him in anyway. Doesn't make some sort of report of the warden when new prisoners were admitted. You seem keen to us to think you didn't know much about Knight. That's because I didn't, sweetie, and the victim was simply a fun target to that monster, nothing more. I suspect Kana used a chisel that was hidden in that chest set, do you? Awfully gritty business. Just imagine, that man didn't even have time to cry out. I see, thank you for your thoughts. They were very helpful. Actually, I'd like to hear them in a little more detail if you don't mind. Hell, Mr. Edgeworth, you're making me blush. I could chat with you all day. Oh, don't look so nervous, darling. I'm only teasing. Of course, we can talk about them some more. I expect you kind of use the chisel that was hidden in the chest set, don't you? It'd have been easy work for that vile assassin.
Objection!
Warden the guard. You strike me as being more careful than the image you project suggests. Oh, Mr. Edgeworth, please call me Fifi, or Sweetie Pie if you prefer. However, I think you may be a little bit less careful of what you realize in this instance. Oh, you're just the most adorable little creature. Don't be a bear. We're all family here. Come on, Mr. Edgeworth, don't let her get inside your head. You said earlier you didn't know much about Knight. In which case, I find it rather strange that you know about his chisel. Well, of course I do, darling. Do you think we don't check prisoners when they come in?
Objection!
You're not talking way out of this, Warden. It's strictly irrelevant, you know it. Knight didn't bring a chest set into the prison himself. It was brought in by Mr. Singh when he came to visit. Knight would have had it in when he arrived. What? I mean, of course that when Mr. Singh came in, You checked them? I find it hard to believe, because if you did, it makes your story all the stranger. If you found the chisel, why would you have confiscated it then and there? Judge Cabell, did you tell him about the hidden compartment in the chess set? I did not. If no one leaked our findings, then how exactly did you learn about the chisel, Warden Regard? Because it certainly could have been when you checked Knight or Mr. Singh on their arrival. Indeed, such a thing would imply an intentional oversight had been found, yet let through. Precisely. So Warden Regard can answer truthfully this time. Where and when did you learn about the chess set? If you won't answer, then allow me. I submit that you... Alright, darling, there's no need to rub it in. You got me, alright? I questioned Knight. That was when I learned about the chess set. Please, you have to believe me. I did not kill him. One moment, Warden. This is a significant development. The court requests that you make a detailed statement on the record. Any objection, Mr. Edgeworth? None, Your Honor. Thank you, darlings. Let's clear this all for misunderstanding, I promise. Very well. Go ahead, Warden of the Guard, and please, tell the truth this time. Her lies are starting to wear thin. This is my chance to expose her. I said I questioned Knight, but it wasn't anything serious, you understand? I made a point of talking to every newcomer in our little home. Knight was no different. We just had a little chat, you might call it. And after we talked, I had him take it back to his cell straight away. The more she lies, the more thoroughly she seals her faith. So it's simply a conversation with a new detainee, and it seems entirely above board. Exactly, Verity, darling. I knew you understand. Well, I don't. What proof do you have to back up your statement? I suppose we shall see, won't we? Mr. Edgeworth, you may begin your cross-examination. If he really got him back to the cell, he would still be alive today. You really think I murdered the poor man right there in my office, don't you? But what would more to happen, darling? I told you, I barely knew him. I'm no angel. I have my grudges against Canis, but Knight had nothing to do with that animal. She really does hate Canis. Warden of the Guard, I must insist that you apprehend that statement to your testimony. I'm no angel. I have my grudges against Canis, but Knight has nothing to do with that animal. Judge Cabell, I'd like you to take a look at this. Notes about the game of chess. What is the significance of this, Mr. Edgeworth? It was found in Knight's cell. Exactly when you said you saw it too, Warden of the Guard. But you didn't just see this game at Knight's cell, did you? You've seen it in Mr. Canis' cell too. What do you mean? Objection! Oh, come on now. Don't tell me you have for taking a look at the chessboard at maximum security. I imagine you watch his every move like a hawk. Or rather, I imagine you feel like doing so is your only option. If you want to find who his cronies are, right? Personally interrogating your own prisoners is highly irregular, to say at least. But as you said, Mr. Canis has threatened you. You put your precious home at risk. That's why you took it upon yourself to question him. You wanted to find out who his dogs were. So what if I did? You also told us that you read his letters, which means you must have known about one key fact. You knew he was playing correspondent chess. Ah! And then who should appear but Knight carrying with him a diagram of a very particular game? We also used that diagram to infer a connection between the two men, and it seems you came to the same conclusion. That in your fear you took your reasoning one step further. You surmised that Knight was Mr. Canis' henchman sent to kill you. Which is the real reason she had to chat with the Bronster. If the boss wouldn't crack, maybe he would. And when you questioned Knight, you made another discovery. Further inside the chest set, you found a hidden chisel. The murder weapon itself! As far as you were concerned, the chisel meant one thing, Canis. Thus, you convinced us that Knight was working with Canis and that's why you killed him. I see you have no more excuses. Judge Cabell, your verdict, please. Much as it grieves me, there would appear to be a little room for doubt. I hereby give my verdict. Bronco Knight was murdered by... In the name of the goddess of justice. Who is it this time? Morden? It's a joke. It's all a big stupid joke. You people just don't get it, do you? I think we've proven that it's you who couldn't understand things correctly. Me? Please, darling. I understand it all perfectly. Well, thank you very much. I understand that there's a glaring contradiction in your theory, Mr. Edgeworth. You're just grasping at straws now. I have no time for this. Your Honor, the verdict? I'm curious to hear what the warden has to say. What? Dear doll, Verity, I just have one last thing to say, then Mr. Edgeworth can declare himself the winner. You rang? Does anyone remember the certain autopsy report? Of course, we received the finalized version only this morning. That's right. I was listening to what you told us about it, Verity, even if nobody else was. You said the wound was 4 inches deep. 4 inches? Wait. Riddle me this, Mr. Edgeworth. How did a tiny chisel make a 4-inch wound? Ugh. Forgive me, oh goddess. I came particularly close to making a terrible mistake. Looks like your theory is the one that doesn't hold water, Edgeworth. What now, What do we do? It'll be fine. Mr. Edgeworth always comes through. Right, sir? Looks to me that the Mousetron is out of commission. You're an attorney too, are you? Why don't you do something? Turn things in the hands of this fickle pup. Bird up the mercy flying thing that comes out of you. Look, Detective, as much as I'm a man of action as the next guy, but without evidence, we're up to the creek without a paddle here. This might be the end of the road. We can't just give up now. Why do we got to do something? I'm certain that one of the guard is the killer. It's the only explanation that fixed the facts of the case. If the chisel wasn't the murder weapon, what other bladed weapon is there here in the facility? He thinks we still do not have all the answers, nor the evidence to provide these answers. Alas, we must wait till the trial to see this matter resolved, I'm afraid.
Objection!
Oh, come on, G. You're giving the killer a chance to destroy the evidence. Are you calling the judicial process into question, Mr. Fender? No, not me. No. I tried, Miles. Any bright ideas? What is the real murder weapon, since it's clearly not a chisel? Confound it. This question throws everything we deducted out of the window. Nothing to add, Mr. Edgeworth? Allow me to remind you that claims not supported by significant evidence are submitted to the harshest penalties. It's hopeless. I can't think of anything. I need more time. Loath as I am to admit it, You can't give up now. Remember what Mr. Fender said. Simeon's counting on us. Without us, Remember how upset he was? He was devastated. Nobody's in more pain than him than Mr. Knight's death. There's no way he did it. And if we can't save him, who will? And what's more, he believes in us. He's sitting in that cell waiting for us to bring him some good news. And I, for one, will walk away until we have some. Okay. Gee, Miles, your little buddy there is quite a motivational speaker. And she's right, too. When you find yourself in the ropes, think of your client. Picture them pleading with you to help them. Doesn't it make you want to fight back as hard as you can until the very end? Think of your old man, good old Gregory. No matter how bad things look, he'll always find a way to turn it around and save his client. And you're just like him, right? And if any way to force a turnabout here, you're the one to find it. Simeon's counting on you. Judge Cabell. You seem to have recovered your composure, Mr. Edgeworth. If you mean to attempt a defense, I would advise you to consider revocations. You have repeatedly proposed misguided theories and made numerous fake accusations. If you do so again, I will have no choice but to judge you unfit to serve as a prosecutor, and relieve you of your badge for good. She's right. I have put forward a number of theories that proved to be flawed in one way or another. Have I made some sort of fundamental oversight? Wait, she said my theories were misguided? Nothing to say? Then the guard will tolerate no more of your time wasting. I hereby... Sir! Mr. Edgeworth! Give my verdict. That's it. I've been thinking about it the wrong way this whole time. My theories weren't misguided. I was being misled. Defendant, seeming safe. I think it's a little too soon for that, Your Honor. I'd say it's well past due, darling. Wouldn't you agree, Verity? Mr. Edgeworth, you may proceed. What? I'd like to remind you of a few things. The sighting of his dog Helmut, the fact that he wasn't at the show. There are other factors made Mr. Connors the obvious suspect at first. This again, Mr. Edgeworth? You almost seem proud of your blunder. But what if the real killer wanted us to suspect Mr. Connors? What if this is all carefully arranged? And what if the same is true of the chisel, our proposed murder weapon? Knight had been stabbed multiple times in the same place with the bladed instrument. What if he was stabbed with a chisel after the real murder weapon had been removed? Just to leave traces of blood for us to find. That is how the killer misled us to thinking the chisel is the murder weapon. But why misled us in this way? Why indeed? Why make us think the chisel was the murder weapon rather than whatever it really was used? Warning, you took advantage of what the chisel seems to suggest. What it suggested? What are you talking about, darling? Mr. Winter, if I were to tell you the murder weapon was a chisel, what would you think? Huh? That Mr. Connors is the killer? And there you have it. That was the trap the warden set for us. Oh, Mr. Connors has a bunch of chisels, so she wanted us to think it was one of his, right? Indeed, that was her plan right from the start. To frame Bonnie Honor Canis. Your reasoning would appear to be sound. Warden Lagarde certainly has to harbor a deep and embodied hatred for Mr. Ganis. Alright, I think you know where I'm going to say next. That alone is not sufficient to prove that Warden Lagarde is the killer. Even that wouldn't be enough. There's only one thing that would prove it. The real murder weapon that we now know must exist. If you can't provide your theories, then this conversation ends here. If we could just find the real murder weapon...
Objection!
How many times do we have to go over this? We searched the prison from top to bottom. Usage is quite correct. No other possible murder weapon has been found, so I'm afraid you're at a bit of an impasse.
Objection!
I can still prove my case yet, Your Honor, because it's still inside this prison. This would have been made sure of that. The security gate! I'm glad you at least remember what it was, and do you remember what it does? Of course I do, I'm not an idiot. The security gate detects metal. Which means you can't bring anything metal into the prison or take it out. Oh. Precisely. If there's another murder weapon, it cannot be taken off the premises. But nor can it be brought into the prison in the first place. Until we find ourselves right back to where we began. Judge Cabell. What I'm trying to tell you, Mr. Edgeworth, is that if you wish to believe that there's another murder weapon here in the prison, you will also need to explain to me how I got here. Alright, we know that the chisel was smuggled into the prison inside the pocket chest set. But our contention is that the chisel was not the real murder weapon, so if the weapon came from outside the facility, then there must be some other way to bring it in. Yes, the question of the hour is this. Can you show me this alternative route? How did the weapon Warden Lagarde use to get into the prison? You brought evidence from the police to help with the investigation, is that correct? Well, yes, sweetie. Everything related to Candace is with me now. Heaven knows how many times I called this detective scoundrel to my office to talk to me. Of course, that's how. The fact that this here shows the bladed object could have been brought into the facility as well.
Take that!
Allow me to remind you of our conversation with Mr. Candace yesterday. Yes, it was, well, one of my bells. One of only two in existence. Just two? Two and only two. One on my knife and one on my beloved helmet. Explicitly crafted, utterly unique. My ears are the guide after all, and I must be able to use my tools precisely. Of course, as you said, the knife was long since been taken from me. So you see, there's a way the officer to be brought into the prison unscrutinized. As part of the evidence Warden the guard brought from the police. Ooh, what? Mr. Kanna's knife was part of the evidence in the case against him, and that evidence is here in the prison. Not only that, the knife has a certain bell attached to it. The bell was attached to the chisel. Correct, the killer took the bell from the knife and attached it to the chisel. But that can't be right, the chisel only had Mr. Knight's fingerprints on it. Easy enough to explain the killer wore gloves. She made it look like the chisel was the murder weapon and then attached the bell up to it. In her doing so, she makes sure the only evidence points to Mr. Kannas. Who would access the evidence to which the bell was taken? Why, only the person who was warned in her womb. It had to be trusted. Who was it, sir? Who had messed with the evidence? I believe that would be you. Isn't that correct? Warden the guard? The bell isn't exactly right, you know. Anyone can set that up. Unluckily for you, this is quite true. These particular bells are unique, because there's only 2 of them in existence. What? By touching the bell of the chisel, you're as good as declare yourself the killer. But you don't have any proof that the knife was ever even here to begin with. I don't. Not yet anyway. Mr. Winter, I'll get you to order another search of the prison right away. Huh? But if I do find something, that's going to make things awkward for me. This isn't about what consistent for you. We have to find the truth. You're a prosecutor, aren't you? Well, yeah, but, you know... Edgeworth is accused of a prosecutor. If I have an investigative authority, I wouldn't be sitting on it. Anyhow, it's not my decision to make. The warden would have let it to authorize it. You know full well that she would do no such thing. You have the power to insist on the search. Use it! Sorry, darling, but without that evidence... The Goddess of Justice cannot bestow her blessings to those who lack the proof and support the claims. Our work here is done. The rest of the matter will be settled in the courtroom. No, if we give the Lord an opportunity, she'll destroy whatever evidence is left. We have to object. We have to stop them. But what do I say? I don't have anything concrete to offer. What am I thinking? I'm never this reckless. No, I can't back down now. I got to put everything on the line. I'm not a prosecutor right now. I'm an associate attorney with a client to defend. Only I can say Mr. Saint, and that means... Even my chances are 1,000,000 to 1, it's still worth a shot. It's now or never. Should I object? I suppose it must be how a certain serial bluffer always feels. Regardless, I cannot walk away.
Objection!
Wait, Your Honor. This had better be good, Mr. Edgeworth. I've got it. Got what exactly? The real murder weapon, of course. I know where Mr. Kenneth's knife is. Do you really, Mr. Edgeworth? I do. Not at all. But if I'm not knowing that, I say you were bluffing. Ha! You ruined me, Your Honor. I don't know the meaning of the word. This is terrible for my heart. There's no way you could... It's not here, I tell you. Well, would you be so kind to enlighten us? Where's the real murder weapon? Think, Miles, think. Somewhere not even the police will search. A blind spot in the zoo. A hiding place that the warden would be absolutely sure of. A hiding place? No. If you insist. Come on, Helma. Open up. Did she use the same trick? No, that's ridiculous, isn't it? But the more I think about it, how many foolproof ways to evade detention would there be? Mr. Edgeworth, how long do you intend to keep us waiting? There's the faintest possibility I'm right, but if I'm wrong, I stand to lose everything. Your Honor, this is where the real murder weapon is hidden.
Take that!
Here? In the yard? Indeed. I don't believe I understand. Who would care to explain a little more? Where exactly is the real murder weapon hidden?
Take that!
Of course. That's where it must have been. Huh? What's the matter, detective? It's the metal detector, sir. It's reacting to the alligator. What? How? The metal detector was reacting to something inside her after all. Your Honor, I'd like to remind you of this piece of evidence. The chisel? Didn't we figure out that it isn't a murder weapon? You might recall that Mr. Canis hid the chisel in his dog's mouth. Would you believe that the real murder weapon was hidden in such the same way? That's right, the murder weapon's inside the alligator in the pond over there. What? No way! We detected the presence of a metallic object during our early investigation. Judge Gambit, we need to know what's inside the alligator. Understood. Then we will need to summon a Mediterranean. I'm sure I could use a little sweetie to open up for us. I'll be happy to give it a try. Please, by all means. Warn the guard. The murder weapon is about to be revealed. Why not do the right thing and confess? I have nothing to confess. As you wish, then you simply wait and watch as your lives are exposed. Sir, we got it. This has to be it. It's over, Fifi Lagarde. The real murder weapon was bounty hunter Countess's knife, making you the only person that killed Bronco Knight. I'm not the criminal here. This is all Candace's doing. I did the right thing. Knight was a threat. He was Candace's lapdog. Curse that despicable man, Candace. Why did he have to come and ruin my perfect little home? We could have been happy forever if it wasn't for him. He ruined my paradise on earth. He ruined everything. Curse him. Curse that pitiless butcher. That awful, terrible, despicable man. Curse him. Exposed. Professor Terwinner, sir. The test result had come back. Terwinner? I guess we all been under a lot of stress. Traces of Bronco Knight's blood was found in Mr. Candace's knife. It's just as you said, sir. Congratulations on the stunning victory. Thank you, officer. Sweet work. Excellent work. You may continue to compliment me if you like. Yes, sir. Terwinner wins again. I think I'm welling up a little. With rage? Excellent work, Eustace. Just a few loose ends to tie up and we're done. Huh? What are you talking about? I just solved the case, didn't I? We have yet to confirm whether or not Knight was really working for Mr. Canis. It will be vital to know if Warden Navarro was simply jumping to conclusions on that front. Huh? There's Clueless, and then there's you. Well, I guess we better go back to our investigation. Alright, officer, you're with me. You're about to see the winner win a whole lot more. Prepare to witness first rate investigating talent in action. Yes, sir, I'm right with you, sir. Can't wait to watch you at work. It's winning time! I expect this case will cause quite a stir. The attempted murder of the president is news enough, and now his would-be assassin has been murdered. But Knight never sought to kill the president in the first place. The truth is not always as important as it may seem, Mr. Edgeworth. In the eyes of both society and the law. How could you even say that? You don't have to believe me. However, as the prosecutor, Mr. Edgeworth is obliged to accept it as a reality of the world he operates in. Being a prosecutor is about more than proving people guilty. That's what I believe. We are all free to choose what we choose, but the law is not to be toyed with our personal goals. If you refuse to accept this, then you will be prepared to suffer the consequences. What does that even mean? Wait, you're not going to take his... I'm afraid I must be going now. Farewell, Mr. Edgeworth. Jessica Bell is right. There must be only one set of laws for everyone. But following the law means sacrificing the truth. Can I really do that in good conscience? letting you out. Hi, Regina. Is everything alright? They did let you out, right? Yeah? I'm so confused about what's going on. Some guy just came and said I was free to go, and then I have Mr. Edgeworth to thank. You sure do. Mr. Edgeworth found out who the real killer is. Wow, really? You did that for me, Mr. Edgeworth? Oh, no. Stop staring at me like that. I'm innocent, I swear. Don't pull the rug from under me now. Stop it, silly. It's true. He saved you. So say thanks already. Oh, okay. Thank you, Mr. Edgeworth. Thank you. And a great baby Jane Berry, thank you for me too. Mr. Saint directly directing me? Small victories, I suppose. Can I just ask one more question, Mr. Attorney? Sure. I'm not actually an attorney, though. I thought Bronco was my friend. No, my best friend. I trusted him. But now... Well, it's just... I never knew. I never would believe that he would hate somebody enough to want to kill them. If he had something like that for me, then he never really trusted me, did he? Not true, Simeon. Of course he trusted you. No, he didn't. If he had, he would just told me I could have stopped him. I could have told him that hate never helped, that he had to let it go, all that stuff. Mr. Saint, I think you're forgetting something. I should show him the thing that proved Knight trusted him.
Take that!
It's a chest set I brought for him. Knight had hidden the chisel inside. I imagine he meant to use it to escape. What? You mean he was using me? No, he believed in you. He knew he would count on you to bring it, and that he would never make so untrusting as to look inside. I imagine that by not telling you, he was hoping to keep you from getting caught up in the mess. Oh. Bronco, why did you tell me? At least you understand now, right, Simeon? I'm sure he does. He may not show it, but Simeon's no dummy. A good night's sleep and he'll be completely over this whole thing by tomorrow. That's not a complimentary if you think it is. I'll try. I have to, for Bronco. I have to show that I can become the best animal trainer out there. That's the spirit. Oh, I almost forgot. We're doing a new show soon. I'd like you to speak up, Mr. Edgeworth. I'll be joining Regina on stage for this one. That's right, the Very Big Circus is the biggest, most fabulous circus event in town. You'll be oodles of fun. Sounds great, doesn't it, Mr. Edgeworth? Come on, we have to go. Well, I'll think about it. Alright, Simeon, we got some training to do. I think it's time you and Regina get acquainted. What? Regina the tiger? No way, I can't. No. Oh, you'll be fine, silly. You never met a nice kitty cat. I can't. Please, Regina, anything but that, please. Another satisfied customer. Well, that was really something, Smiles. Talk about pulling it out of the bag. Could have done it without you, Fender. Without your timely intervention, you would have gotten away. Besides, how have you anything for you even being able to investigate the case in the first place? Oh, stop it. Pat me in the back any harder, and you're going to make me blush. Or topple over. I suppose it will be asking too much for you to take this seriously. Seriously? Miles, my friend, I'm always serious. Anyway, how does it feel to say an innocent client? That's what it means to be an attorney after all. To be an attorney. Gotta say, I had a blast. Reminds me of good old days. Like Gregory was standing there right beside me. It's been like a zillion years since I felt this warm and fuzzy on the job. Good? Bittersweet? I'm not sure. Say, Miles, you ever thought about going into the defense game full time? Excuse me? You know, pick up where Gregory left off. Get out there and actually help people? Hey, pal, don't get any big ideas. Mr. Edgeworth ain't about to switch sides. Why not? Coming over the light side's all the rage. Everyone's doing it these days. Come on, Mr. Fender, you know it's not about that. Chill, team, chill. Don't get it twisted. I was just asking a perfectly innocent question. No, you weren't. The heck you were. Looks like you all gotta meet defense team there yourself, Miles. Fender, I'm a prosecutor. Yup, and I'm an attorney. Could be one too. I'm serious. Well, I said my piece. You change your mind, you know who to call. I'll be waiting. Follow in my father's footsteps. Could I really do such a thing? I'm going to become a defense attorney just like my dad. An attorney like my father? Me? And with that, the Captain Turnabout is finally done. And that will be it. The next stream we will begin Turnabout Legacy. And with that, this is Robin Phoenix signing off. Peace.